I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on a work in progress here of the Triptych assignment to give you an idea about the direction that I'm taking and give you some clues about how you might approach your project. You can see here I have 3 panels. My center panel is slightly larger. I've chosen to grow with a square, and the 2 panels on the left and right sides are the same size. You can decide what your triptych looks like. Remember that all of your panels need to be smaller than 8.5 by 11. While I was working on it, I found it a little cumbersome for the panels to not be labeled, so I went ahead and labeled it left, center, and right panel. That gave me a little bit more organization in the layers window over here, and it made it easier for me to copy and move things around. You can see here I've got lots of layers already started. I have a layer that has a mask on it. I've applied a gradient to that mask that's blocking out part of the image. It's a really subtle image. So when you turn it on and off, it just subtly changes that color. I have this, I'm using the layer blending options. You can see on this, I've applied a smart filter to this smart object, and the right panel is still a blank. I'm still working on that. Generally, I like to use the adjustment window right directly above the layers window. This allows quick access to these settings and allows me to go back and forth. But when you are finished with your project and you have all of these layers, I actually want you to document this window so that I can see how you set up your files, what kind of layers have you used, what kind of options do I see in here, the kind of skills that you've applied. But as you build your image, you'll probably have too many layers to see. So one of the things that you can do is you can unnest this adjustment window by pulling it out and then closing it. And that will give you more space to show me what you've got in your layers window. If you want to pull that back again, then you go up to Windows and Adjustments, and you pick it up and you can drag it. If you want it to go on top, you put it right here where this blue bar appears. You can also put it inside this nest so that you can move through these panels like this. I generally like to work with it most of the time up here if I know that I'm going to use my adjustment layers quite a bit in a project. I'll keep it above the layers window. So what you'll do is you'll take a screenshot of this entire window right here. To do that, you'll go Shift Command 4 on a Mac, and you pull it a box around the layers. You'll pull it around the photograph, the images that you're working on. But I don't want this. I don't need to see this. So I want to pull that out, close it. I have more of my layers showing now, and I'll take a screenshot, Shift Command 4, and I'll pull this over here like this. That creates a file that looks like this. So you'll actually submit this document as a separate PDF to demonstrate how you've made your triptych assignment.